Hi Anurva and welcome on YourPedia.
Hello, sir. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, Anurva, you recently got selected in PhD program in very prestigious Aalborg University, Denmark, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
that is PhD in material science engineering.
Yeah, PhD in Material Science Engineering, but I will be working in robotics and its applications.
Okay, wonderful. So Anurva, I want to interact with you to know more about it because Denmark may I want that students should know the opportunities in Denmark. So very less
Okay.
students are aware of that. So let's start our interaction. I want to know about your academic background first, Anurva, like your graduation, post graduation, your colleges, and your branches and your domain.
Okay, sir. So I did my master's from Siddhganga Institute of Technology, Tumkur,
Okay.
and I did my did my bachelor's. So I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering, and my CGPA was 9.11. After that, I wrote GATE, and after qualifying for GATE, I went to ACSI, Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, which is run by CSI Labs. And then I got selected in CSI CMARI, where I did my master's in mechatronics engineering, and my CGPA was 9.34.
Okay. So Anurva, why Denmark?
Uh, First of all, sir, I wanted to go to Europe because I was interested in projects that are being done like European continent. So the first college that I targeted was SDU Denmark,
Hmm.
but I didn't get any selection there. Then I went through other prestigious universities in Denmark. So I got this name of this university, Aalborg, and
Hmm.
I found that my interest is in line with the project that is being conducted there. So
Okay.
I thought of applying there.
Hmm. Okay, Anurag, very less students are aware about Denmark and universities in Denmark and the kind of opportunities there. They normally apply in USA and Europe and all. But Denmark, as far as I know, it's a very good country, Scandinavian country. Quality of life is very high, and the cost of living also is high. But quality of life is very good, and but many things are not still known. So, can you tell us, Anurva, something about Denmark as a country and how many? It looks like a very small country, but what kind of universities are there, and why students should apply in these countries?
So Denmark, it's one of the Scandinavian countries, as you mentioned there. So it is very close to these countries like Norway, Finland, and all. And Denmark is the neighboring country of Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So you get or ample amount of research opportunities in Denmark as well, because you can, as you know, if you stay in Europe, you can actually get the Schengen visa and you can travel to any country.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want student visa permission for students in Germany, so Germany is very close to Denmark, which is a hub for research for mechanical engineers. So I think it's very good to go in these countries like Denmark and Germany, even Norway, Finland also.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, Denmark is the second happiest country in the world. So
Mm-hmm.
as you said, it is like your quality of life will be better. I have
Mm-hmm.
also asked the professors regarding my salary and all. So Denmark is also not providing just a PhD degree. You'll be actually employed there. You will be working as an employee,
Mm-hmm.
not a graduate student, and the project is will be covered in 3 years. So in
Mm-hmm.
3 years you have to publish good papers, and my university, there is a mandate that you have to publish good research journal papers. So I would suggest to go in these countries.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, like uh, uh, like I have already contacted one Indian student. So she said the projects that are being conducted in this research in universities, they are actually collaborative projects. So there is a chance that I might go to a different university and conduct different research related to my project for PhD. So that is why I want to say all other students to actually apply for Denmark universities as well. There are some top universities from Denmark which are very good in research, like University of Denmark, University of Copenhagen, and then Aalborg, my university, Aarhus University, and then SDU Denmark. University of Southern Denmark.
Mm.
Apart from that, they also pay you very well. Not to a desired extent, but yeah, you can actually survive there, and you will get to learn more about their cultures and different opportunities that are available in those countries.
Mm. Okay, Anurba, now can you explain us in detail what was the procedure of application? Like what was required, like what exams were required? Like, you know, in India, if you want to get into some higher education course, you need to clear some exams and all. So was that also required, like GRE, IELTS, TOEFL or something like that? And what was the entire procedure?
So, sir, I didn't write IELTS, I didn't write GRE.
Okay,
I directly applied to that position and I got it.
okay.
So the thing is that when I applied, I was not sure because, as I told you before, that I wanted to join SDU Denmark,
Mm,
but I got rejected from that
mm,
university.
mm, mm,
SDU's rank in all over world is very less compared to Aalborg. So I
mm,
thought, I thought that I won't get into Aalborg.
mm,
So, but I thought that why not give it a shot because there is no application fee there. So
mm,
why not give it a shot? So during application, I remember clearly I wrote one cover letter for them. So the three things are important: cover letter, CV. CV is very important. Cover letter, and
mm,
your in some cases they need ask for transcripts, like whatever courses you have done, like for MTech and bachelors, they want a transcript for that. In
mm,
some cases, they want a project proposal. But
mm,
here in my case, the project was an open position, so it was not required. You can directly apply. So most of the European countries doesn't require a project proposal. So you can
mm,
directly apply for the project they have upload like they have they are requiring students for, and you can directly apply for those projects. And I didn't actually submit any proposal or submit anything. So cover letter, CV are the most important thing, then your transcripts for
okay,
this university. Apart
okay.
from that, they ask extra documents like LOR.
Mm.
It is also written that it is optional, but
Mm.
you have to submit LOR.
Okay. Now, Anurva, think of this way, like I'm a MTech student in India and I want to get some PhD opportunities abroad. So how should I make assessment whether I can get it or not? What credentials should I see? Well, that is very important. No, I should know that, okay, I have done my master's, this is the CGPA required. Can I get or can I not get? That is a very simple question for MTech students. So what is your take on that? How to assess?
So, so through whole process, I've learned one thing that even if you are, even if you have like a decent CGPA, not high as not if you're not crossing 9, if you have research papers and if your research is good, if it is related to like your current topics or whatever the position you're applying for, if it is related to that position, you can directly apply there. They will just ask you whatever you have done in your masters. They're not going to when I faced the interview, they didn't ask like what kind of papers did you publish, was it a journal paper? Well, this kind of question they didn't ask. They directly asked me what was your project, how
Mm,
it is novel, what is the novelty in that project, and based on that they decided whether to go with this candidate or not.
mm,
I also remember that I showed one of my project videos that I made during my bachelor. So after before completing my BTech, I submitted one video and I have uploaded that video on YouTube. So I have actually showed them my uh, BTech project. So it was there on YouTube. So they were impressed by that video. So based on that only, I think they have decided. So it is important that you focus on your project more.
mm.
CGPA is important. CGPA is very important, but I think project work is important. And if you don't have a CGPA, I think that can be compensated using if you write some research papers or publish in some journal articles. So this is also important.
Hmm. So, Anurva, where did you publish your video on YouTube? Your own channel or somewhere else?
Yeah, it's I have a channel on YouTube. So there is only two videos there. One is the
Okay,
official working video, one is a storyline video. So I
okay.
didn't show them the storyline video because it was too cliche type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a cinematic thing. So I just showed them my project work, which is the working. So
Mm,
after seeing those working themselves, they're impressed. Like, okay, so you have applied whatever you have learned from mechanical engineering, and you have applied that, and you have published that as a paper as well as on YouTube as a video. So they were impressed by these things.
So that was asked during interview, huh? They interviewed you.
Yeah, that was asked.
So how many professors were sitting in the interview?
I remember, yeah, two professors were there. Both of them actually were heading this project. So one professor, I couldn't actually communicate with one professor because he was having some internet issues. But other one was from a different country, as far as I remember. He was an Asian, but I don't know which country. But he is the one who was impressed by my work.
So do you think
And
interview is a compulsory stage in the selection? Do they go for
yes,
interview?
interview is a very compulsory stage because I remember I was the first candidate. After my interview, they also took interview for two, three or more candidates. But the way they talked to me, I was sure that I might get one position there because they are very impressed by my project.
So you
So
mean
first
the project
impression is
was the
the
most important thing, huh?
yeah, project work is the most important thing because they are going to ask question related to that question, related to your project. So it is better that if you work on a very good project which has some novelty and which is actually good for the future generation and all. So
So Anurva,
based
even
I
research publications are also important, huh?
research publications are also important because I remember whatever the project I have done during bachelor's and masters, I have made sure that I publish one paper in each topic. So because these things actually makes your application stands out, like publication and CGPA and these. Apart from that, they are not going to see any other things unless you have some significant achievements in other domains and other extracurricular things. They are not going to see because they mostly ask questions related to project only.
Okay. So Anurva, now my second question, my next question is related to the finance involved in this. So how much money you have spent so far till you got selected into this PhD program?
I have spent zero money for European countries, to
Okay.
be frank. Zero,
Okay.
zero money, nothing. Apart from the internet bill, I have
Hmm.
spent zero money. And
Wonderful.
as far as I remember, for US universities, you need to give like a application fee. So I have only applied to one university till now because I only got one positive reply. That too, I didn't mail that professor. He found me through LinkedIn and he asked me to actually apply in USA. So so after reading his message, I applied to that university. So it is Northeastern University in USA, and I've spent around 6,000 something plus money for that application. Apart from that, for UK, US, for UK, European universities and Australian university, I've spent zero.
Wonderful. So Anurva, how much is this kind of a scholarship which you get there in Denmark? Because what we know in India, if you join PhD, you may get somewhere around 30 to 35,000 rupees, and you may end up saving somewhere 15 to 20,000 rupees per month. What is the same thing in Denmark University?
Sir, to be honest, they haven't told me about the amount of scholarship they are going to provide, but
Okay.
I have done some background research and I have found that like uh, they give you around 2.5 to around 4 lakh, depending upon the project and like
That is Indian
other
currency, yeah,
that is in Indian currency,
per month.
2.5 to 4 per month.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the Danish conversion because in Denmark they don't use euro, or else I could have actually calculated it. They use some DKK or something
Danish kroner.
some Danish kroner. Yeah, sir, Danish
Mm-hmm.
kroner. So
That is
for
around
Danish kroner,
9 times fees actually.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
around 11 times the money that we get, the value that we have in India.
So you end up saving some amount. You have done some analysis about that also per month.
For Denmark.
Yeah, if you join Denmark PhD, you end up saving some amount of money per month. Like I was giving you analysis, no, in India, like 30 to 35,000 rupees, you get it, and then you end up saving 15 to 20,000 rupees maximum you can do.
So actually, till now I haven't done any deep
Analysis.
analysis,
Okay.
but I think around 50,000 to 70,000 you can save there easily.
Surely you'll save.
Yeah.
I
So
tell you, Anurva, I have many students there in these Scandinavian countries, and I tell you, you will end up saving far more than that. It is far more than
okay.
50,000 rupees because it's a job, and as you said, 2 lakh to 4.5 lakh rupees per month. So you end up saving good amount of money. That is going to be
Okay.
good, but let that particular scholarship come, and then only you should analyze this particular thing. In the beginning of the interaction, you told me, Anurva, you want to show something to the students, some Excel sheet. What was that?
So I wanted to show that how we actually do the analysis and all, like how YourPedia has taught me to actually search professors and all. So
Okay.
so at the beginning, they when I joined YourPedia, I was supplied a Excel sheet where it was mentioned how, like, what are the things I have to list while I'm shortlisting universities.
Okay.
So with your permission, sir, I want to
Yes,
share
yes.
the
Please
screen.
go ahead. Mm.
So this is my whole analysis that I've done during
Oh,
my
mm.
search.
Looks like
So
deep analysis, Anurva.
yes, sir. This is 3 months of hard work,
Okay,
I
good.
guess.
Mm.
So I have actually I haven't filled around these sections because uh, these sections I didn't actually go through professor. I actually directly applied, and before joining YourPedia also I was applying to various universities.
Mm-hmm.
Although I got rejected from most of them, but
Mm.
yeah, I have done. I have mailed around 100 professors,
Mm.
and total universities that I've applied to is around 100 plus.
Okay. Applied
So
means you mailed them, right?
I mailed them, or I have actually applied through the websites. So
Okay.
these are the universities in Canada, USA, Germany, and the UK. So
Mm.
yesterday I got another mail. I have got another email interview from University of Bristol. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm appearing for the interview as well because that college is very far good than this Denmark in rank wise. But I have to check for the projects also because
Mm.
that project is also like is in line with my interest. So maybe I'll go for that one as well.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I have to see where I get a good, better opportunity.
Okay.
So I have also segregated this Excel for different countries. Like this one is for US, this one is for Australia, and final one is for Germany.
Wonderful. Mm.
Then I made 3 sheets. One
Mm.
is like whichever country I got some results. So I was making for this University of Bristol one,
Mm.
and then sorry, and then another sheet where I got reply irrespective of positive, negative, and neutral.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, wonderful. So that kind of analysis is required, right, Anurva?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm. Mm. Wonderful. That will be quite good for the students to see the kind of effort which is required. As you said, not money, but yes, effort is required and systematic effort is required. You need
Yes,
not,
sir.
even if you don't write any exam, you don't spend money, but yes, systematic effort is required. That is something which is very good, Anurva. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Anurva, now any other university in pipeline? You are waiting for that?
I'm waiting for Deakin. Deakin actually, I had a hope from Deakin, but now it's like I don't know whether they are going to select me or not because the first before even joining YourPedia, I interviewed Deakin.
Okay.
I got interviewed by Deakin, and there the professor told me that don't apply for other universities, work for one single university, something like that, which seems like he was very interested to take me in
Mm.
his team. But still now, no reply from him. I tried to mail him thrice,
Mm.
but like he said, like it's not in my hand now. So
Mm.
I'm still waiting for that because last week they asked me for English requirements. Although I have cross-checked with the Deakin India office that English requirement is not mandatory,
Mm.
because if you have done your masters in English, you can submit those certificates and you can prove your English proficiency.
Mm.
But still, I haven't heard from Deakin yet.
Mm.
And
Okay.
I'm also positive that I might get into Monash also, but I'm not sure about the project because project is not in line is within my interest domain. So let me see where I'll get.
Hmm. So you already got very good university, Anurva, with scholarship, and Surely it is going to be a great opportunity for you. Now we have reached an end of this interaction, Anurba, and I want you to tell anything to the students who are listening to any final piece of advice.
Final piece of advice would be like, sir, it is important that you do hard work. Like, first, as I told you, CB is important. Whatever you have taught us, like this CB thing is very important, because if you don't know how to frame your CV, then like there is a chance that they might reject you. And third thing is that you have to do deep analysis, like whatever I've done, like around 100 to 200 proposals. This is like I have also uh, interacted with other mentors. They said 200 is nothing. You have to go for 200 professors if you don't get a position.
Mm,
And third is that never give up.
mm,
So if like I during the month of December, I thought that I won't get any position there. So I asked other mentors as well. During when I joined YourPedia also, I thought that I won't get a position because I don't belong to NIT or IIT. So, but they told me not to give up, and you will certainly get one because you have the publications, you have the desired score. You must stand out. You will be standing. You will have an application that stands out from other candidates. So you will get one opportunity. Maybe it will take time.
mm.
So they said it could take time 1 year, but within 6 months I got a PhD position.
Wonderful. Mm. Anurag, you know what the best thing I liked in your entire this interaction, uh, that you were expecting, you were applying in some universities which were far, lower in rank than Aalborg University, which you got, right? But you got better than that. So what happens is sometimes we think that we may not get it, but we get even the better opportunities, right? That is
Yes,
the
sir.
best thing actually.
Like
So, mm,
for example, like I mailed University of Utah in
mm,
USA. The
mm,
rank all over world rank is very low, like it's lower than Aalborg.
mm,
Utah gave me a diplomatic reply, but for Bristol, I got a interview for this coming
mm,
February.
mm,
So Bristol all over world rank is 67,
mm,
or approximately around that range.
mm,
67, it varies for different ranking agencies.
mm,
So I got an interview call from top 100 universities,
mm,
and not a and no reply from top four, like in 300 or 400 rank.
mm,
So this could happen. So it is important that you should never give up, because sometimes they do have position, but they want to take a certain candidate because uh, for them it is like sometimes they feel like I have a candidate ready with me who is doing a project assistantship with me. I want to take that candidate. So it might happen because for them they sometimes create a position.
mm.
So it could happen. So it is important that you never give up.
That's very true. So that's wonderful, Anuba. It was great talking to you, and I'm very sure that students who will listen to it, they will get inspired, motivated, and they will start following the same footsteps. At the end of the interaction, we could see the kind of meticulous work which you have done. Hundreds of universities you have shortlisted and you have mailed. You only want one, but to get one, you need to do that particular activity. You spent almost zero money, and eventually you got one opportunity, and I'm very sure you're going to get a couple of more opportunities there, Anurva. So that is the kind of thing which is required to get opportunities abroad. Students in India, they are in that mental state to write competitive exams, and through competitive exams get opportunities. But when it comes to foreign universities, the strategy is different. Strategy is not competitive exam, though you have written no competitive exam, but you got very good opportunity. So that means collaboration, mailing, and getting people through some social media sites like LinkedIn. These are the things which are required, and we need to learn that. So through your interaction, I'm very sure students will learn a lot about that, and I'm very happy for you and your selection, Anubha. We wish you all the very best for your career ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.